a story of God, giraffes, and genocide. This is the scriptural account of the Great Flood, a worldwide event of catastrophic proportions known specifically for leaving behind absolutely no geological evidence.
But in terms of Noah's Ark, I would have suspected it would actually have perished long ago. I mean, the wood should have just disintegrated.
God told Noah to build an ark out of cypress trees and pitch. 450. Then God commanded Noah to gather up 2 of every living thing and place them inside the ark. Well, for some reason, God changed that number to 7 the following chapter. However, if...
הם ממש אידיוטים. זה פסוק מפורש, כתוב, מכל החי, מכל בשר 2, מכל תביא לתיבה. ובפרק שלאחר מכן, מה כתוב? כתוב, מכל הבהמה הטהורה תיקח לך 7. פה מדובר בפסוק הזה על בהמה טהורה, ולפני כן, מה שכתוב 2, זה שאר הבהמות שהן אפילו לא טהורות. מה קשה להבין בזה?
If you've actually read the Bible, you know that God's not much for consistency, so we'll stick with 2 and act like we weren't listening. So, Noah went about personally gathering up tens of thousands of animal species.
הבן אדם ממש אידיוט. רש"י אומר אפילו שהחיות באו מעצמם. אם הקדוש ברוך הוא ציווה על זה, אז ודאי שהוא ידאג לבעיות הקטנות האלה.
Creatures survived. How would they all fit inside the ark? Well, some experts estimate the number of animal species to have been in the millions. But even if you believe the biblical argument of a few thousand kinds of animals, wow, that's one bloated boat.
סוף סוף שאלה נורמלית, ומתחת לסרטון יש את הקישור שמסביר את הכל בצורה הגיונית, פשוטה ובלי הרבה סיבוכים.
Now, what about the specialized diets each animal species would require? Bamboo shoots for the giant pandas, fresh meat for the carnivores, plant life for the herbivores. Now, how did they keep the animals' muscles from withering away after months in a confined space with no exercise? What about the predator and prey animals being housed in the same space? Where was the food stored? And how was it kept from spoiling? Who cleaned out the tons of manure every day? How was the waste disposed of in a stadium-sized boat with only one window? Ah, but you make a fatal mistake. You've just been caught in the act of using logic. Well, it's perfectly understandable, but please, don't let it happen again. Then, God made it rain for 40 days and 40 nights, which means the floodwaters were fresh waters, which would have mixed with the salt waters, creating a mixture deadly to all marine life. So in that case, since there probably weren't any sharks, tuna, and pufferfish inside the ark, God apparently gave the fish the ability to hold their breath for half a year. Oh, there are some who speculate that the earth vomited up the floodwaters from miles below the earth's crust. Of course, the earth is boiling hot down there, so those floodwaters would have turned the earth into a large creme brulee. Surviving marine life? 0. Well, one thing's for sure. Everything and everyone on the earth was horribly and violently drowned, and mankind was destroyed, allowing God to hit Control, Alt, Delete, and do a fresh reboot. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, where it would never be discovered. And Noah sent a dove to find land, which seems odd if he and God were still talking to each other. I mean, after all, God had a much better view.